Thank you everybody for coming. I thought we were going to have a bill for you right now, but I think the reason we don't have a bill for you right now is pretty good news. I think we're going to have the bill ready for everybody because there's a few minor tweaks that have to be made based upon some meetings that have just occurred today, also that occurred over the weekend and today, that cause us to make a few little modifications, and so the bill's not ready, but hopefully it will be ready within the next 24 hours. The reason that there have been some tweaks, I'm happy to report, and I have to use, if y'all need to print this word, because I was told to use this 5 times, and I'm only going to use it once so you understand the importance of what I'm about to say. I am cautiously optimistic, and you can put that in quotes, that the prosecutors are going to endorse this. Cautiously optimistic. You already know that our sheriffs, virtually all of them, our police chiefs, our police officers, our state police, all kinds of folks. So let's talk about what the motivation is behind all this. And a lot of you have already reported on this and printed it, but it doesn't hurt to repeat it. We are faced with a huge potential ever-growing budget obligation in our state prisons. And I'm going to call him out. I'm sorry. I just have to. Danny Bradley deserves a lot of credit. Now, he isn't alone. All these people run around here with guns on their side and uniforms on, or with suits and uniform and guns on their side, or some sheriffs that don't even carry guns because they're so bad they don't need them. Have worked so hard and have gotten together, and they recognize that bad guys need to be in prison and stay there. We don't want violent criminals on our streets, and nobody wants to do anything that adversely affects the public safety of our people. And so as a result of that, Danny brought it up a year and a half ago, I guess, at a conference where he said, because I've been talking about this, and he said, well, why don't we do something about it, and why don't we figure out how we can punish some people that need to be punished, but not take up a bed space for a rapist or a murderer or an armed robber or a kidnapper or somebody that needs to be in prison. And so that started a working group. After the working group, then the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court said this was a smart idea in his public policy venue as opposed to a specific case. He didn't do anything wrong, ethics-wise or canon-wise. He was just talking generally what I've been talking. And apparently Pew, who's a well-respected national organization, got wind of that and then volunteered to come down here and help us with some things they've seen work across the country free. They said if the Chief Justice and the Governor were interested in this and the law enforcement community was interested in this, then they were willing to be interested in this and provide at no cost to the state of Arkansas their aid, help, and assistance. And I want to brag on them again. I've already been bragging on them. And then these legislators behind us, led by Senator Luker, started also meeting, and then judges and all these other folks involved in the criminal justice system, and spent over a year working, trying to figure out what is a good course of action that accomplishes our purpose. Because there is an alternative. According to our figures, they anticipate that if we do nothing and the current growth rate continues, over the next 10 years, it costs an additional over $1 billion to be able to meet the demands in the prisons. And that means building more and staffing more prisons. Now, I don't think there's anybody here naive enough to think we're going to pass $1 billion over 10 years worth of tax increases. I don't want to do it. I can assure you that from what I've heard from the legislature, they don't want to do it. And I bet if you went out and talked to the people, they don't want to do it. It's like a lot of things. They want to be protected. They want society to be safe. They don't want to pay any more taxes. We can apply that to a lot of arenas over and above criminal justice.